All
right. Wodar versus Teetery. Last match of the night is going up to Silver League.
Let's try.
Hit us with them picks and bans, Wodar.
Yeah. I got first ban and I banned pub. Because I don't like to play pub.
And
That's a
this
good
is
reason
why
to ban
Thomas
something.
doesn't
And
like
Teetery likes to play pub. Teetery bans Terrace. Probably because it's a new map and there are too many weird things about it.
Yeah.
Terrace is spooky right now.
Wodar did ban pub last time these two played, by the way.
Mm-hmm. I then picked Gallery. Because last time we played,
Teetery banned Gallery. Yep.
Perfect.
So just if you hate it, I like it. The enemy of my enemy is my... That kind of thing?
Then we go on to Teetery picking Courtyard. Which I think I won.
Wait, where did Kaylee come from?
Teetery picked Courtyard last time, yeah.
Oh, did I say Kaylee? I meant Teetery.
She said Kaylee.
I'm sorry. Then I picked Modern.
You picked Wodar last time as well. Okay, so you're picking the same maps, except for
And
Gallery, yeah.
Teetery picks Library.
And so funny, last time you guys played, you picked Library. So you agree on Library.
Yes. Or something like that. Yeah.
Something like that. And you won last time 7-5, and we won't belabor this too much, but if you don't know, these two have a long, tortured history.
Oh, yeah.
Wodar hates playing Teetery. There's a rock, paper, scissors aspect to Spy Party that becomes more pronounced the higher up you go. It becomes less about skill and more about matchups, more about how the styles interact. And for whatever reason, Wodar feels, and perhaps correctly, the Teetery style just doesn't line up well for him. So that 7-5 win Wodar scored in week 2 was a big, big deal and has put him in prime pole position in silver since then. A chance to close it out here tonight by sweeping Teetery in the season set.
Are you ready to start?
We are indeed ready to start, and we're going to start off the festivities with Wodar on the spy side of Gallery. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Now, we apologize in advance, Wodar, for any criticism. We know how hard this game is.
Oh! Oh, the cheese in the time of chaos. Nope, Teetery's not having it. Teetery is not having it.
That's what we call the stinky cheese. That's when you get caught.
Oof.
Yeah.
Can I just rant for 1 second here?
I don't think it'll be any. I don't think it's going to be 1 second, but let's give you 20 or 30. Let's say.
Just go for it.
Look at this sniper movement. Like, oh my god. Like, the
That's the whole rant. That's the whole rant.
ambassador.
Look at the sniper movement. Oh my god. I think it's more like a resignation. I think is what that was. Actually.
Look how invisible I was at the other bookcase, and then I just get shot.
Your character does have a head, and the head is visible. But I agree, it's a surprising, strong catch from Teetery. Possibly just waiting for you to do it, though.
Okay. Next one.
Could be a counterplay based on tendency. I don't know enough about your tendencies to know if you favor those.
Well, that happened.
It did.
All
Real
right.
quick. I was just
Teetery
going
on the
to say.
spy.
I was
Wodar
just
on
gonna
the
say.
sniper.
The key to a good spy game is to mentally tax your sniper opponent by drawing the game out.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
3, 2, 1, playing it.
In all seriousness, I do think there's something to that. If you can't win the game, at least tire them out. It is a marathon, these matches.
Yeah, but also, right at the beginning of a set is a great place, is a great time to do these little cheese tactics, like early time ads, cheese microfilms, because it'll keep your opponent on edge for the entire rest of the match.
Yeah, I'm going to give ours, and they might not be ready to go. They might be a little drowsy in the beginning, even if just metaphorically. I'm going to give our esteemed host a little credit here. I have no problem with the decision there. None.
34% off the first flirt out in front of the pub. Looks like he's stepping into the windows for a possible time ad. There it is, white test, and runs away from it.
So here's the flip side of that. You say it can be very powerful and ripple throughout the rest of the match if you get away with it. The flip is also true. If they catch you on something that quick and that you felt was really good, it can be easy to become timid and spy the rest of the match.
This is very true. Fingerprint on the statue.
Hard to resist, but the weird thing is, when you get that highlight, it might kind of obligate you to go back.
That does get that fingerprint, does get the 2 inspects while he's at it. Stepping into, well, wanted to get this flirt. Tries to chase, but there's no room in that conversation next to the selection target.
Yeah, pretty unusual in Gallery to have it quite that packed. can't get in there, just takes a drink instead.
Finds a way in next to Papa Danger. Fingerprints the drink. This is not in range, I don't think, for the white. Well, the seduction target gets red flirted.
Yeah, that's not great. You've got a glass that you just picked up, so you can't even really chase, even if you want to be obvious about it. But you know they're going to go back to that bookshelf, so you can bank on that if you time it right.
Oh, and she's reading at the
Very
painting
nice.
as well, so that'll give us the time we need to run up and get that flirt for 67%. That is still in plenty of range for the 3 flirt.
Yep, pretty good there. And again, you know they're going to come back to that book. Oh boy!
Oh, hello! Green test! Finishing it up. Thank you, seduction target. A minute and 45 left to play. We've got 2 completions and 2 inspects done, and now we're in position for the contact.
The rest of this
back of the...
Yeah, there are no decisions to be made here. You banana bread, you go to statues, you make sure they can see you pick it up.
Here comes the contact. So many lowlights available.
I know, but it's just too good. You have to imagine you've been mostly invisible, and you can finish your inspects at the front-facing statue, so you're showing you're not swapping. They won't even be tempted to shoot. Your fingerprints are off a statue and a drink, and the seduction target came to you. There's still a minute left. And again, how are you going to credit someone finishing fingerprint and seduce with this much time on the clock? I'm actually surprised Teetery hasn't gone back to statues yet. You got to do it right away.
Wodar only picked up 3 lowlights, and the longer Teetery takes for this last statue visit, the more suspicious it's going to be.
I think there were at least 7 lowlights available there at the back of the party.
Facing the sniper is the correct way to play this last inspect.
This is the only statue you can go to. Any other statue is a terrible decision.
And this looks like a straight-up spy win for Teetery. If you haven't shot by now, that's just the game.
Yeah, I think I might have gone a little earlier just because visiting statues late, especially as a second visit, inherently suspicious if Wodar thinks he's behind there. But it works out really well. It possibly just didn't matter. Definitely got done before 30 seconds. That helps a lot.
Some very strong fingerprints that are hard to track in those situations will give Teetery a very good situation to...
Yeah.
Even though he was suspicious by the time he got to that last statue visit, it wasn't enough to induce a shot.
If that seduction target doesn't come to them, that statue visit maybe still happens, but maybe it happens with that clock beeping down there at the end, and then maybe you get the nervous shot. So that we said it earlier tonight too. The seduction target coming to you on gallery, very valuable.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just going to add here one thing here is I think this is indicative of what happens when I play Teetery. If you look at when this BB happens, I could have gotten
so many lowlights. Yeah.
Nine
so many. 9.
So many
you counted 9. Wow.
Yeah. And I only got 2.
Yeah, that's huge. That's huge.
Yeah.
Now it would have been a tough shot. I'm going to say it would have been a tough shot for you anyway because you really only have the second statue there to go on. But right, yeah, that's rough.
All right, Wodar hanging out down 2-0 off the first couple of games as he steps into the spy side of the gallery. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
And remember, this was Wodar's pick.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Specifically because Teetery banned it last time.
Running out for that first seduction, out in front. Doesn't hit the green test, so only 34%.
Probably not paired either. 3 statue visitors in the early going and 2 more thought about it and had to leave. There's another one. Oh boy, they're popular today.
Yeah, no kidding. Look at all of these statue lights so early on. There's so many.
And you really, if you're Wodar, you really want to be watching this. You want to see who goes back a second time. That's going to be a big deal. You got to imagine with that many early visitors, at least 1 or 2 of them are going to.
You have to assume. Chasing the seduction target, hopefully all the way into the conversation. Tries to get as close as he can, but there's 2 people in between. There's the flirt that comes off, but it's only another white test. 58% is the current count. We are going to need a green for the 3 flirt.
Yeah, those two just in the way. Spy blocking, if you will. Third and fourth wheels on this date.
So the party lining up pretty well for Wodar so far. Lots of suspicion being thrown around, and Wodar is not among that crowd. But can he get some missions done under the radar?
At 58% flirt is just an awkward number, especially with nothing else done.
Indeed. Does he try for a purloin here? I
It's a
think
good spot
probably
for
not.
it. It's a decent spot for it. You got a lot of cover back there. And it's really hard to tell, even if you're watching the purloin, exactly which one of those people smushed together does the rejecting.
Wodar just shuffle in a little bit tighter, but not able to get the bug off, unfortunately.
I think the purloin there might have been okay. I think that might have been a decent decision if he'd gone, but we'll never know.
Can he hit the green flirt? Does hit the green flirt for the 3.
That was the bare minimum, though.
Green bookcase.
I mean, you're in trouble even with that. You absolutely needed that. I don't see how you finish this without maybe you green purloin into like a frame. I think that's actually your best option, but if you don't do that, you need to go to add time.
I think it would have had to be the flirt into a microfilm transfer right there.
Yeah.
In the back.
That path,
and then,
oh boy.
Yeah, this is a very difficult situation. Only 50 seconds left to play. Fake contact out in the front conversation. Queen gets low lit for a banana split. Lots of low lights coming off.
Gets about 4 out of a possible 6, I want to say. Not bad.
Here's the time ad.
I think he got away with that.
I think so too, but even with this time ad, Wodar is so low on time. There's only a minute and 10 left. And we don't have any progress beside the flirt.
Yeah, that banana bread was a fake, so it's not even like you've got the second mission done. If you had, you'd be in much better position. Going for a fingerprint with time winding down, that might be a coincidence. I'm not sure. Might not have known it was fingerprintable because the decision to go for a fingerprint doesn't make as much sense.
Just puts it back, though.
Yeah, I think you need the fingerprint and the book. You need to dump the book and get another one, and geez, you might need to add time again.
Look at the people out of conversation. This is a real contact.
There are
leaves.
8 possible lowlights.
Oh god.
So many of them were highlights. This is brutal. And now there's just nothing done, so you can't even frame with a purloin effectively now. But you are next to a highlight at the back of the conversation. This is the position to do it in. If you're going to do it.
There's the green purloin coming off as we step away. This has to come off fast.
I don't think it's going to work, but what's interesting is he zoomed in to see if Wodar was going to bug there. More worried about the bug. I'm not sure if he saw the reject or not, but he did see him leap.
Seconds. There's the purloin get taken.
But what are you supposed to do?
I don't think he sees it.
You can't inspect swap. You can't inspect swap. Still hasn't seen it.
4 seconds. Hasn't even seen the purloin. That's so rough for Wodar.
Oh, no. And he can't even time out in time. That is so rough because if he does that earlier, and by the way, that's the exact, when I said earlier that maybe you should consider purloining here, he was in basically the exact same position as when he did it later. And it seems to have worked really well. I think he got away with that clean. I think if he does that at some point in the game earlier, or if he did it as a last mission, I think he wins.
Here's the thing. He got away with it clean, but he didn't want to get away with it clean. He wanted to induce a shot.
Right. Yeah. I think the timing is just off there. I think he did what he had to do, just good 30 or 40 seconds too late.
Oof. How many times has it been that we've seen the double agent bail on a contact tonight alone?
Too many.
Too many. Wodar down by 3 on the sniper side of his own map. Teetery looking to possibly sweep it from the spy end. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
That was actually a pretty winnable game from Wodar. Just too many lowlights from that banana bread. And even after all that, had a chance to maybe get someone shot if that purloin happened earlier, I think.
Yeah.
And now you just need to staunch the bleeding. You just have to win this game.
Teetery starting things off with a very ugly, not a bug, but looked like a bug, then gets highlit. That was the sentence, I promise.
It conveyed information, therefore it's a sentence. Fine.
I don't think that's how that works, but we do get a first flirt for 29%. Nothing is going Teetery's way in the start of this one.
Question is, does it matter though? if you're Wodar, if you're jumpy, if the AI's busy enough, it's gallery for crying out loud. Do you have to finish?
Here's the thing, if you're jumpy enough right now, Teetery's the one you shoot because you suspect him for a bug. Here's a purloin.
Does he gulp? That's the question. That's gotta be a shot now. Gotta be a shot. Yep.
Yeah, it is. It is. And Wodar does, in fact, stop the bleeding.
Yep, that's something. And you got a nice, clean, easy one, too. Low stress. That's nice.
And now, speaking of low stress, we step into Courtyard, where, theoretically, we should split sniper games, and Wodar should be able to get his footing back under him and see if he can make some magic happen on the spy side. And that's where he started. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Last time they played this, Teetery picked Courtyard, and Wodar won 3 of 4.
This is definitely a place where Wodar can make some magic happen. Certainly played enough of this map back when it was old art.
I'm not sure if that sip etiquette was correct. I only caught the end of it, but it doesn't seem to matter.
Slow start for Wodar here, not able to get that early flirt he wants, but is stepping in for his flirt just now.
Yeah, makes up for it. If he can get a green here, he'll still be fine.
Nope, just a white, 34%.
Little behind the times then. Still not terrible, though. I don't think you can timer flirt now, though.
Might be able to get a bug if we were able to catch Keeper in a bad rotation, but nope. Ambassador just steps away.
Yeah, and the bug there from Taft, his arm can extend quite a bit. That would have been deadly if he'd gone for it.
Yeah. A very slow game from Wodar here. Goes for a purloin after rejecting.
Boy.
Reject and then changed his mind and calls Toby over for a purloin.
Yep.
Oh god.
Yep.
Look at these lights.
And the red.
Waiting for confirmation. Might get shot here, but I'm going to say more likely just going to get shot if they go anywhere near. If they so much as glance at those statues.
Yeah. There's the second flirt. This one a green test on the timer flirt to bring us up to 85%. But Wodar is in a situation right now.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think you have to bug her fingerprint. It's the only hope of getting away with anything.
Well, Wodar does step into statues. He's seen there.
I think, but you can wait a few more seconds. You know they're going to take 5 or 6 seconds to complete the inspection. You don't have to rush it. Give everyone else a chance to do something.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, and there's the shot.
Great presence of mind from Teetery.
Yeah, just waiting to see if anyone else would do something obvious in the time he knew he had.
I really wouldn't even complain, even though it's not perfect, if you just shot immediately for the statues there. If you know yourself well enough to say, there's no way I'm getting away from this, fine, here we go, I'm almost positive. But the perfect move is exactly what happened there. Give them several seconds until they could theoretically be done with the inspect. Just in case someone bugs in your face or something off.
All right. Well, not what Wodar wanted, but what Wodar expected. Now he's on the sniper side in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Clearly just one of the situations where the purloin's only going to work if it's a green.
Yeah, you're not wrong. That's most of the time on Courtyard, though.
That's true, and KCM likes to say don't go for it if you need the action test for it. I think that's true sometimes, but at higher levels, the sniper wins so often that sometimes you do have to take that chance.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to be okay with it and say a green maybe wins me the game and a white loses me the game, but it's a game I was maybe going to lose anyway.
I mean, it works for KCM.
That's a good point. How about some advice for us mere mortals there, KCM?
All right. Teetery somehow gets a super early highlight. There's some behavioral stuff coming out of Wodar here, and it's working for him.
Notice, by the way, Wodar uses the really low view angle. Cuts off the statue at the top. A sniper. Kind of throws me off personally, but I guess it works for him.
Not as easy to tell what the laser is doing in this case.
I think that's the idea, yeah.
Flirt comes off, 34%. Teetery not moving too quickly here. That was a very late first flirt.
Yeah, we talk about the standard Courtyard script where the close 34% flirt is the first thing you do.
Oh! That's gotta be a shot, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it does. So technically followed the script, except for the fact that it took 2 minutes to start the movie.
Yeah.
And then just the
And
bug
then the movie immediately ended.
And then the movie ended, credits roll.
It was a short film.
It was a short film, fiend, as they say across the screen.
All right. Well, 2-4. It's current situation. Wodar on the spy side of courtyard. Teetery on the sniper in 3, 2, 1, playing it. And when you're behind like this, you would really rather be playing from the sniper side first.
Insta swap. Oh no.
Fine.
So, okay. Here's the thing. It's an okay decision because I'm not sure. I think the statue was seen, but there's a chance it wasn't, right? Okay decision to go for the swap. But putting it down immediately pretty much guarantees. Yeah, that was the mistake. That was the problem.
This is problems.
And now you're just waiting.
Look at the lowlights. Good God.
So here's the thing. I think what's going on is they're thinking, well, the only other reason you'd leave other than a quick swap is if that guy, Duke, red flirted. Right. So it's down to those two now. So either Duke does a bunch of stuff or Teetery wins.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Yep.
Yeah. Teetery wins.
There
That's what happened.
And
so no spy win for Wodar on courtyard, which is to be expected. Now he just has to make sure the same goes for Teetery. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Yeah, and Teetery just needs a win to guarantee at least a draw.
Yeah.
Ooh, actually, give me 1 second. I missed the timing on that. Can you rewind?
Yep, I can absolutely rewind back to the top in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
You can see Teetery is going to sort of take control and kind of end up at statues pretty much immediately. Not going to go for the quick swap, though, contra the previous game.
Yeah, that could have gotten away with it if Teetery went for the swap here, and I think has to be credited with it.
Hard to say. I mean, technically visible, but hard to say whether or not Wodar caught it. It's easy to talk yourself out of that, too, when you see it's changed and say, well, maybe I was wrong. And I will respectfully say Wodar may be a little easier to get swapped by than some other snipers at his level. Harder to get certain other things by, of course. There's a trade-off, but I would say the swap, on average, a little more viable.
Statue to statue here as he picks up his first flirt at the statues on the other side. 34% on the white test.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Statue to statue. Some people low-light for that anyway. You're going to get the flirt done, and you already have an early. I don't think there's too much downside there.
Yeah.
Banana bread.
There's the contact.
Should be able to low-light Wheels, too. Let's see. Does Wodar get it? No, the other way. Worried it might be a split. I think Wheels was technically out, though. So instead of 2 low-lights, 1 low-light and 1 unnecessary highlight. That's a little rough.
That's a little rough indeed.
Decent banana bread, though, regardless.
There's the second flirt coming off at 68%. And we're back on script.
Yeah, after all that, we're back on script. Pretty standard position coming up here once you finish this flirt. Just going to timer flirt it, I guess.
Things got shuffled around a little bit. We did the inspects at the beginning instead of after the flirts were done. But now we're just getting ready to finish up this last flirt here. We've got 1 minute left to play and a hard tell to find. We have our rote statue highlight. How do we play this?
Interesting. Wheels with a strange little path, and I wondered if he was going to get popped for it, or at least more suspicious. Gets low light instead. Wodar's low light's been pretty strong here. He's narrowed this party down without any hardtails done.
Yeah, narrowed it down pretty heavily.
I'm pretty impressed by this now. He really doesn't have that much he has to watch for anymore. Going to be tough for Teetery to get anything by.
Only 30 seconds. There's the green purloin, but with so few suspects, it's going to be difficult.
But the reject was not on screen when it happened. That's
was
big.
Not. There's the take. This could be a wrong shot.
Not seen, but Walt couldn't be done.
Not at all. Hasn't seen it at all. And either way, wrong shot or no, Teetery finds the spy win on courtyard.
Well, correctly does the hardtail last. The Purloin, I don't know about the decision. Wodar was in command of that party, just didn't see the reject. It was kind of half visible between the centerpiece there and one of the bushes, but not really. Clearly not looking for it, not seen rejecting, and didn't even see the fade so that he could rule out Walt. I'm not sure he might have not even seen the list until the very end.
So, I did see the list at the very end with about 2 seconds left. I was
yeah.
distracted because of Teetery's movement at the end there.
Oh.
By complete accident, she actually distracted me from the Purloin because of the very strange movement she took.
Wow.
And I was just looking at that instead of looking at the list.
Well, that's a shame. Yeah, that's just rough. And at that point, you were just have there's so little margin. When it's the last mission you do, any confusion, any distraction like that for even a few seconds could be enough to get you the mission win.
And now Wodar is in the terrible situation of having to win 4 games in a row for a draw.
Yeah, that's not where you want to be. And Modern's still pretty tough to pull out spy wins on. So it starts now.
Yeah, let's see if he can make it start. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Ooh, was that a quick lead from that conversation? I'm not sure. That seemed like a strange path.
Yeah, but so early on Modernival now, it's
Red.
going to be hard to get anything from that. Early contact, lots of lowlights. Oh my god, the bug doesn't take. We get highlight. It's bad. This is bad. This is bad.
Would you say that was a lot of lowlights?
This is bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. So the tricky thing there, I think you can justify that if you do something else with it. Like maybe you split, for example. I think that would have been a prime time to split.
I agree.
And now, there's just nothing to watch. The thing that protects you on Modern is just the sheer mass of humanity walking around on the map. When that gets cut in half like that at the beginning of the game, I mean, look at this. There's just so little to watch relative to how much there is to do.
Yeah,
There's a swap
a
pending.
fingerprint and a green swap.
I admire Wodar's aggression here. I just think the banana bread was off. That's all. I think you got to split at least. I like the surprising swap, but it's going to be narrowed down to 2 people right after this.
I think everything but the banana bread has been fantastic so far, but because of how many lowlights that contact,
Yep.
That's what happens.
And there it is. Yeah. The actual fate on the statue was technically visible through the window. It was hard to tell because Teetery didn't zoom in how sure they were about it. But sure enough, they know that there's been 2 statue visits. There's been a swap. There's been a banana bread. Maybe they snuck a bug by you. You know, they're getting to the point where you got to play it safe. And I think just probably got a good look at that statue in the end and was confident.
7-2.
7-2, and the rivalry continues after all this.
Yeah. I do want
and now there is a
at the very beginning of this map, what you want to do on most modern apps is that you go and you rush the bar, because a bunch of AIs rush the bar, except for when I play, when just one person goes to the bar.
Yeah. Well, but then when it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. You know, sometimes the party doesn't get what you want. So, obviously, the banana bread's the story of that game.
Because I have a dog in this race, I actually did some of the calculations, and Teetery can make it to the finals. What Teetery has to do is that Teetery has 2 games left. If she wins both those games, she'll be up to 14 points.
And they're against Turnout and Checker. Turnout has struggled and has beaten only Checker, and Checker has yet to even get to 5 wins in any of his losses.
Correct.
So let's assume for the moment that Teetery is going to end up with 14 points.
Yes.
What are you? Don't have a dog in this race. You are a dog in this race.
You are the Greyhound racing right here. Yes.
I have 11 points right now, and I have 3 matches left. Against Checker, Urand, and Turnout 8.
Yep. So the Urand is the big one.
Yeah.
That's
so
the one.
I'm going to win against Checker, and that leaves me with 2 matches and 13 points.
Yep.
If I win, if I tie one of them and lose the other, Teetery wins in tiebreakers.
Yeah. Well, you're actually in pretty good position then too, though, because even if Teetery ends up to 7-match wins, let's say you get to 6 with Checker, you only need to beat Turnout,
Exactly.
and then you're there.
I either
And
need to-
your end is is a bonus
Yes.
then. Yeah.
I either need to beat one of the two left or tie both of them, and then I'll be secure.
Yeah. So I said in one of the recaps last week that it was basically probably going to be you and your end in the finals. Despite what the standings look like now, that's still the most likely outcome. You're
It
still in a
is.
very good position. You still mostly control your own destiny here, and you have very winnable games to end up in the silver finals with your end. That's what I think is going to happen.
It looks really close right now, but you have to understand that Teetery, I believe, has one game up against me, both me
And 2 on your end.
your
Yeah.
end.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
But, I
some
mean,
of the matchups left are just. I'm not saying they're automatic. Nothing's automatic, but they're easier matchups relative to some of the other ones left for others. You're still in pole position.
Do remember, though, because of our convoluted tiebreaker system, that Teetery wins the tiebreaker against me if we both end up with 14 points.
Well, no. So the first thing that happens is a head-to-head, and you're tied there.
Yes.
So that's not dispositive. The second is match wins.
Yes.
Which, again, if you win against Checker and Turnout, even if they sweep,
Well,
that's 7-7.
See,
Then it's last
that can't
season.
happen, though, because if I win against Turnout, then I automatically win.
Right.
The way that tie happens is if I tie against your end or Turnout and lose against the other one, which would mean that TDU would have more wins than me.
Right. So, yeah. So assuming you beat Checker, you just need to, take care of business against either Turnout or your end. Very good position to be in.
Yes.
So this is making you sweat a little bit, but you still don't have to climb any mountains to end up at the top of silver.
I do have to be honest with everyone here. I am happy that no matter the outcomes, I don't face Teetery in the finals.
Yeah.
There is no world where that can happen, and that
You
happen.
either miss it entirely or you get to play your end. Small comforts, I guess.
Yes. And we can end on my dead body on the floor. This has been the
As a warning to others.
SCL Spy Party Week 8 Sunday cast. Joining me was Taboshi.
Bye, guys.
Where can people find you, Tabo?
People can find me at Twitter at ToboTV, and very occasionally on Twitch at twitch.tv/Taboshi.
And Warning Track.
Yeah, you can find me at spypartyfans.com, the world's only Spy Party Fans website. Spy Party Fans is also the name of our Twitch channel and our Twitter account, where we post ridiculous memes and also serious analysis side by side because we're just crazy like that. Please follow both for all sorts of updates.
Especially the website, because that's good stuff.
Yes, thank you very much. We worked really hard on it this year. There's a lot of good SCL stuff there, statistical breakdowns, and it's only going to get better.
And I'm just going to post a bunch of links. Oh my god, that didn't end up well.
It's one.
That is in fact only one link.
It is one mecha link, one universal link.
So we
You
have
get
a
the idea,
Discord.
people. You're all technically
Yes.
inclined. You know how it works.
We have a Discord, discord.gg/spyparty. Spy Party has its own website, spyparty.com, and of course spypartyfans.com, which is run by our good friend Warning Track.
Yes, thank
This
you.
game costs $25 and is on Steam now. If you want to buy it, you can buy it there, or you can buy it at spyparty.com, also for $25.
You can at the moment,
And you will also get a Steam key with it if you buy it on the website, but you'll also get access to the forums.
Yes. But you're going to have to wait a week before buying it on the Spy Party website. Some
Yes.
things are just going on right now, and you can only buy it on Steam.
Yes,
For
under
the-
brief construction. If you check
Yes.
back, probably later this week, you'll be able to buy it on the official site, which is better for you and for the creator. So lean that way. But if you want it right now, and I wouldn't blame you if you did, you can get it on Steam right now, early access.
And this has been the SCL. If you want to get in on this, we can throw you into the Swiss and the Challenger League. There are multiple ways to do this. Number one, post in the forums that you want in. Number two, post in the Discord that you want in. Or number three, just make enough noise in the Spy Party lobby and or stream chats until someone notices you and gets you in.
I think at this point, if you just say it loudly, Kaylee might hear you where
Yeah.
and immediately place you into the system. It's really easy to get in if you just ask.
Alright. Do we have a sign off yet?
No!
Oh God, no.
No? Okay.
No, because if we try to say it at the same time, it will fail horribly and be unintentionally hilarious. So we just don't even bother.
The void of the sign-off is our sign-off.
Everyone come up with something in 3, 2, 1. Good
This
night,
isn't a
everybody.
sign-off.
You think this song's about you, don't you? Thank you all. And we're out.
All right. Thank you, Wodar. Hey, shake off the loss, bud. You're still in good position.